Good afternoon everyone, I am Jenelyn Basilan. I am the one to tackle about the bank straight approach. Bank straight approach, also known as developmental interaction model, founded in 1916 in New York City by Lucy Sprague Mitchell as the Bureau of Educational Experiments, a laboratory nursery school staffed by teachers, psychologists, and researchers who work collaboratively to discover the environments in which children grow and learn to their full potential and educate teachers on how to create these environments in the classroom. Lucy Sprague Mitchell was influenced by John Dewey's approach on learn by doing. So when Lucy Sprague Mitchell was advocate or presented this curriculum model, he encouraged on this curriculum model was of John Dewey's approach, which is called learning by doing. So we have here the philosophy, principles, and goals of the bank straight approach. So what are the philosophy, principles, and goals of the bank straight approach? First is we have here the learning through experience. So again, no, this type of curriculum model was inspired by the approach of John Dewey called learn by doing. This curriculum model support the idea that children learn best when they actually immerse through the various experience. Second, sees the teacher as one who facilitates learning, develops clear educational objectives, and encourage learning through discovery and thoughtful engagement. So you can see the consistency there because this curriculum is inspired by the philosophy of John Dewey. You can also see that their philosophy, principles, and goals are also in line with the learning by doing. They really focus and they really give emphasis to exploration and discovery of children. And then they can actually discover and do exploration activities through the teacher's role as the facilitator of learning. Fosters children development by providing diverse opportunities for educating the whole child. So, the learning of the children should be focused in holistic development, which should not only focus in one domain or the two domain, but we should target the holistic development. We want to develop the child as a whole. We want to target his or her cognitive development or physical development, her emotional development, and social development, and all other aspects of development. Understand the children do not all learn at the same rate or in the same way, and that learning is social, which means children learn in interaction with others in their environment. So, in the bullet words means that each child you have in class is unique. Therefore, it is not proper to compare one child to the other children because we should understand as teachers in early childhood field that children do not develop at the same time, at the same rate, or in the same way. Like for example, if you have a student in class na nakasabot dayon, like naasay uban nga wa kasabot dayon, is kita teacher is dili na to sila i-compare because learning should be supported with interaction with others in their environment. Remember one of the sayings that no man is an island. So in early childhood education is we need to teach children to socialize because it is by teaching them to mingle others people, particularly his or her peers or classmates or friends, or even the adults. And some people in school that they are able to actually understand the various behaviors of people, various perspectives. So it's really important to give them activities in which they are able to work with others, learn with others, and explore with others. It is also this curriculum model also believe that there is a lifetime of learning. So we have here the beliefs about children and how they learn. Children learn best how by actively engaging themselves in various opportunities to interact with materials, ideas, and people, and by these experiences, they learn how to reason and how to discover solutions for themselves. In this case is that the students they know how to discover solutions and also they know how to reasons. Children are offered myriad opportunities that target holistic development through activities like blocks, dramatic play, puzzles, field trips, and lab work, and others. So this is again developing the whole child. And activities like blocks, dramatic play, puzzles, field trips, lab work, and many others to help them target his or her holistic development. Second to the last, beliefs about how children learn is that learning often includes more than one subject and in groups, allowing children to learn at various levels and using different methods. Play is often used as an educational jumping off point. So remember na play for young children is just not purely play. Play is their best to learn concepts and to learn skills and knowledge. No, so in early childhood, teachers we need to teach children skills and knowledge and concepts using the play approach. Next is we have the curriculum focus. So what is the curriculum focus of the Bank Street approach? So child-centered education program that aims for children's holistic development. Emphasis is on educating the whole child, the entire emotional, social, physical, and intellectual being while valuing and reinforcing the child's integrity as learner, teacher, and classmate. So, you can see the holistic development. The whole child development are mentioned several times, right? So, educating the whole child in that includes the entire emotional, social, physical, and intellectual being, where the child values and reinforces by his or her integrity as a learner, as a teacher also, to his or her classmates. Curriculum is based on unifying theme or sense of integration. So this curriculum model use the sense of integration, meaning to say that they have a specific theme. Like for example, the theme is about animals, and the theme is animals and the various domain development is like the physical development, social development, cognitive development, and many other domains of development no, are targeted through providing various activities about animals but targeting about aspect of the child no and the emotional aspect of the child. So the approach does not really use subjects, instead they have an overall theme, and from the theme that they have chosen they will be incorporate the different concepts or different skills of teaching young children. Experience based interdisciplinary, and collaborative, connecting teaching and learning meaningfully to the outside world. Next is we have here the role of the teacher. First is facilitator of learning. So the teacher is only a facilitator of learning. So when you say facilitator of learning is that you empowered the child to discover his or her environment and engage the various activities by preparing the environment or the materials needed in the specific activities. Meet learners where they are to help them develop and realize their unique potential. So remember, no, this is the one principle of the developmentally appropriate practice that you meet the children where they are by understanding what they can do or what he cannot do at that moment. Because it is by meeting where they are, by understanding where they are at that moment, no, that you as a teacher will be able to understand what the child can and cannot do and how will be able to help the child do what he cannot do yet. Possess deep understanding of child development and educational theories and practice observation and reflection. So as an early childhood educator, no, this curriculum model highlights the importance of you being adept about the child development and educational theories because when you are aware of the child development and when you are able to understand your learners in the class, you will also know how to support the learners in your class. You will be able to design activities that are suitable to their level, their current skills and knowledge. They will also give importance to observation and reflection. So this means to say that if you are working with children or even when children are engaging in a various activities in class is that in child initiated activities in particular, as a teacher you don't just leave them doing this stuff unsupervised. You need to be there and observe how they are interact with these materials, how they are interact with their peers or classmates because when you observe them, you also gather relevant information that will help you plan for another activities. You also need to reflect on the other information that you are getting from the child because when you are reflective as a teacher, you will be definitely be able to provide adequate support to the child to help him or her meet whatever it is that you target for them to meet for that specific span on time. Provide rich, meaningful opportunities appropriate for learning and development. So this goes to the idea again that when they are learning by doing. As a teacher, you should also provide a lot of meaningfully engaging activities because the students they cannot learn by doing when you don't have exploration activities prepared for them. Take advantage of teachable moments wherever possible. Encourage children to be curious, to love learning, be respectful, and embrace human differences. Engage with the world around them and prepare to lead lives of consequence. Create rich environments and materials best of every learner's development. Listen, observe, and record important information which can form the basis for planning next activities as preparing the environment and learning materials. So, in this case is that the teacher should know the assessment data like the checklist, the adaptable record, the time sample, the event sample, the rating skills, and many other forms of assessment because the assessment tool will give you a course data, and this assessment data will be the basis for you to plan the next activities or prepare the environment and learning materials. Help children stand up for themselves and others in unfair situations. Make the classroom atmosphere respectful and appropriate for expressing feelings and thoughts of children. Help children feel good of themselves. So how the teachers do this? Of course, you make a good use of encouragement or and praise. So, kakabantay mo sa mga kinder karon no, like butangan, like human nila og suwat baron or kahuman nila colors is that the teacher is give the like the very good, the good, the excellent, no, that is the called praise. So, but we need kita teach as a teacher, no, soon as a teacher soon, but we need to remember that if we are using praise is that if the child is worth praising, because if you praise the child even if the child is not deserving at that moment is that is no longer called praise. That is promoting uh, a form of a flattery. Like imong gi-flatter ang bata sa inana nga way. So, integrate equity issues into the content of what is taught through topics, stories, and songs. So, this rule is actually linked to teaching children how to be fair. So next is we have here the role of the learner. As active learners, experiments, explorers, critical thinkers, problem solvers, and artists. So in this case, no, they are actually very busy because remember this curriculum model highlights or encourages the exploration hand hands-on experiences and the discovery. Engage in multiple arrays of activities consistent with harnessing the various domains of development and learns by doing. So next is we have here the role of the parents. Parents are made of understand the school world and their contribution to it. So this is very critical teachers. So ang important diri is ang teamwork by the school and home. The it is some is very important for the school and the home work on by both or by the concerned parties, specifically the home and the school. So teamwork will not be easily achieved without having the parents understand the rules in the education of their child. They provide continuity of learning and life experiences for their children. Parents come and go freely conferencing with teaching teams and participating in the ongoing and special activities. So we can say that in the bank street model is that the parents are very welcome at school and they're very active in the role as parents because they do conferences with the teachers. They also participated in the various activities in school. So next is we have the daily schedule of the bank straight curriculum model. Schedule a major tool for structuring group life. So they vary particularly with the schedules. Schedule is explained to children. Schedule is carefully structured, but a high degree of flexibility is provided to allow teachers to respond to expected opportunities for learning experiences generated by children's explorations and ever-changing curiosity. Children work independently or in small groups with or without adult supervision. The whole groups meets when interests converge or when nature of the activity calls for full class participation. Many activities are going on simultaneously. Teachers guide children during transition from activity to another. Now we have here the sample schedule for 6 years old, the full day program. Start is 7:30 to 8:30 we have the arrival. 8:30 to 9:30 we have the breakfast. 9:30 to 9:45 is the clean up. 9:45 to 10 is the circle time. 10 to 11:15 outdoor play. 11:15 to 12:15 is the lunch and so on. And we have here another sample schedule. Kindergarten daily program schedule. We have the time Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then until Friday. The start time is the 8:25 to 9:05. We have there the breakfast, arrival, activities, morning meetings. No, we have there the 9:05. We have there the language arts, literacy, shared reading, phonics, guided reading, integrated science, and social studies. We have here the writing workshop. We have the work centers. We have the math workshop, no, and so on. So next is we have the learning environment and learning materials. So first is we have the mixed age classroom. So this means that there could be children learning inside the class or in the school. Children ages 4 years old, to 5 years old, and the 6 years old. In this with varying ages are learning together in the past. So dili siya same sa ato na usually focus on one age group. Only like pag kindergarten expected kay 5 years old. Like that. But in the Bank Street model is that age mix. It is a mixed age. So varied ages of children are working together. Classroom as a prototype of society where children learn early in life those values that underlie a free and humanistic culture. The classroom is a place where learners can create and immerse themselves in age-appropriate activities. It fosters creativity and social interaction, organized based on interest areas or centers for both individual and group exploration that foster basic research skills. Exploration areas include music, art, reading, science, dramatic play, cooking, opportunity for the care of plants and animals, and many more. Rooms has richness in color and experiences for motor and sensory development. So, these focus again with the physical development, both fine and gross motor development of the child. Ample leveled storage space so children have easy access to materials. So, the classroom should be specific level so that the children will know where to go, where they need the specific materials like mahibaw andayon nila ug asa nila kuhaon ang mga materials nga ilang kinahanglan. Flexibility is provided by means of movable room dividers and multi-purpose table. So you can imagine that this classroom in the Bank Street model certain and movables. It's like magbalhin-balhin rang ilang mga dividers and multi-purpose table so that they can have more space. Like for example, they need more space in doing specific activities. Children's work is displayed at the child's eye level. Job charts are displayed and children learn to make plans and carry them out with strong sense of responsibility and purpose. Materials include those made by children, teachers, and parents, and those materials useful for every interest area. We have here the additional features. Provide learners, teachers, and communities with a foundation for transforming the world in large and small ways. Care of work includes social justice, advocacy, and building an inclusive community. Sees education as an opportunity to build a better society. Uses common techniques found in most classrooms, including morning meetings, calendar time, and recess outside. Teachers certainly have a curriculum to follow, but they are prepared to change topics based what the children are showing interest in at the time. When it comes to admission to schools that employ the bank street method, learners are usually accepted as young 3 years of age. Many preschool classrooms include children of varying ages, so it won't be uncommon to find a room with children as young as 2 and old as 5 learning and playing together. So that's all for the bank street approach. Thank you.